Hello and welcome to things I find interesting that happened today in the past, aka Tifitht Itp. This show is all about the historical events of the past, both recognized by actual historians and ones I personally find interesting enough to talk about. My information comes from the smart device application on this day, the icon of which can be seen as cutoff prevention at the beginning and end of this video. Here's my burn blister from yesterday. Anyway, on with the show! Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, January 21st, 2016. In 2005, in Belmopan, Belize, the unrest over the government's new taxes erupted into riots. And for those of you who do not know, one of the main driving forces of the American Revolution involved the taxation on tea. And now we pretty much get taxed for the very air we breathe. Stop being apathetic sheep and stand up, humanity! In 1999, during the quote-unquote war on drugs, in one of the largest drug busts in United States history, the U.S. Coast Guard intercepted a ship with over 4,300 kilos, aka 9,500 pounds, of cocaine on board. But that's only because it wasn't a CIA vessel. In 1981, production of the iconic DeLorean DMC-12 sports car began in Dunmurry, Northern Ireland. By the way, just a little tidbit of information for you, it was called the DMC-12 because it was originally set to retail for $12,000. And the reason why it was produced in Ireland was because it was the best fiscal move at the time for the vehicle. In 1977, United States President Jimmy Carter pardoned nearly all of the US citizens who fled to Canada to evade the Vietnam conflict draft. In 1976, commercial service of Concorde began with the London, Bahrain, and Paris-Rio routes. In 1971, the current Elmy Moor transmitting station, the tallest freestanding structure in the United Kingdom, began transmitting UHF broadcasts. In 1968, a B-52 bomber crashed near Thule Air Base, contaminating the area after its nuclear payload ruptured. One of the 4 bombs remains unaccounted for after the cleanup operation was completed. Also in 1968, during the Vietnam conflict, the Battle of Khe Sanh, one of the most publicized and controversial battles of the conflict, began. In 1954, the first nuclear-powered submarine, the USS Nautilus, was launched in Groton, Connecticut, by First Lady of the United States, Mamie Eisenhower. In 1948, the flag of Quebec was adopted and flown for the first time over the National Assembly of Quebec, marking today as Quebec Flag Day. In 1931, Sir Isaac Isaacs was sworn in as the first Australian-born Governor-General of Australia. In 1925, Albania declared itself as a republic. In 1919, Sinn Féin adopted Ireland's first constitution during the meeting of the First Féil Éireann in the Mansion House, Dublin. In 1908, New York City passed the Sullivan Ordinance, making it illegal for women to smoke in public, only to have it vetoed by the mayor. In 1887, a total of 465mm, aka 18.3 inches of rain fell on Brisbane, a record for any Australian capital city. In 1861, Jefferson Davis resigned from the United States Senate. And in 1789, the first novel published in the United States, The Power of Sympathy of the Triumph of Nature Founded in Truth, was printed in Boston. Burst, Halo, Every Day, Every Year, Cat Power, 1972, Tweets, 1971, Stonewall Jackson, 1824. Deaths, You Need, 2007, Charles Brown, 1999, Vladimir Lenin, 1924. And that concludes Tifitht Itp for your dose of passive events daily. I am Ayo, and you're you. Toodles!